Hello everyone and welcome back to this Durbanites FPL Game Week 24 review and Game Week 25 preview. Now starting with the table, we can see a lot of moves happening there, a lot of fighting in that mid-table and not much differences, about 33 points between those four in the mid-table, and then also a big fight to stay off the bottom this week, so keep an eye on that. Every game week counts. Now, looking at the player selections based on what we had, Kieran Trippier now is owned by every manager in the league. So the only player to hit 100% since Erling Haaland in game week 1. Then you've got Pedro Porro at 8 out of 10. It's going to be a big hit that he's injured this week. And then you've got Watkins Palmer coming in with 7 out of 10. And then all the 6 out of 10, Alvarez, Erling Haaland making his way back, Alphonse Areola, De Bruyne, and Solanke. Now looking at the differentiators from last week, Douglas Luiz and Bruno Guimaraes, both of them getting into double figures and owned out of 1 out of 10 managers. Pascal Gross and Gabriel, 2 out of 10, and they both also got into double figures. And then Nathan Ake and Ben White, 3 out of 10 scoring with these players. Now looking at the hits and misses, 2 hits to call out, the super strikers, 30 plus points for MSK and Zai, really well done for them. And then the iron wall is back, 39 points for Squish, really holding up with those defenders and a goalkeeper. On the misses side, Mobin picks up the hot bench for this week, 23 points sitting there and could not get on the field. Now looking at the best possible selection, at the back line, not too much from Leno being the best keeper of the week from our selection, but look at that Arsenal defense, Saliba, Gabriel, White, and then Ake coming in from Man City. Then you've got Gross and Luiz, Saka the captain, Palmer and Bruno Guimaraes, and Haaland the only striker making it onto the field. Rasmus Højlund makes it onto the bench, Kieran Trippier and Solanke as well. Now with that team you would have got 135, and then with the bench boost 151 for the total cost of 98.6. Now looking at the fixture rating, it becomes quite interesting this week because we have a double game week for Liverpool and Man City. Even though the games are not the easiest, double game weeks are where you can pick up a lot of points. We've got Arsenal, Aston Villa, Brighton, quite a few of them that have good form as well as good game weeks coming up ahead. You need to keep track of this because in game week 26, you do have a few blanks here that are going to come to haunt you. And then looking at teams that have some tough times coming up, Bournemouth and Solanke have been doing so well for many managers, but they have a few tough games coming up and his form has slumped just slightly. Brentford, one of the teams with a double game week this week, but Liverpool and Manchester City is about the worst pairing you can get in a week. Burnley also in for some tough times, and Chelsea as well, not really looking favourable for the next 3 weeks. Now, based on this, let's look at the back line for this week. So Pope is still out from Newcastle, and Alisson is still doubtful after missing last week. From the defenders, quite a few staples are in trouble here. Porro is out, Alexander-Arnold is out, Thiago Silva is out, Destiny Udoki is out, and Zinchenko is still doubtful. So that's quite a few changes that need to be made by many managers. Looking at the picks for this week, from the goalkeeper side, we're looking at Onana from Manchester United, just based on United's form currently, as well as Onana's form, doing really well. Kelleher from Liverpool, also a good pick, did well last week, and a good double game week if Alisson is not in. And then you've got Emi Martinez with Aston Villa's run coming up. I would favour him. And then Alphonse Areola is solid at the back with at least a few saves, even if he's not keeping clean sheets, and a good run of games coming up. Then on the defense side, the pick here is Conor Bradley for this week. Liverpool playing 2 games and Alexander-Arnold not being involved. Conor Bradley scored 21 points and 8 points in his last 2 outings. Definitely worth a look at just 4.1. Saliba and Gabriel from Arsenal, they have been rock solid and scoring as well, so well worth a look. Pau Torres is back for Liverpool for Villa, and he will definitely be in the back line, so definitely keep an eye on him. And then you've got Purvis Estupinan at Brighton. Even if he's not keeping clean sheets, he's very dangerous in attack. And for Manchester United, a call out for Diogo Dalot, who has been dangerous in putting these crosses for all the goals that have been scored. Moving into midfield, not many surprises in the injuries. Mbeumo's out, Olise Eneze from Crystal Palace still out, and Billings from Bournemouth now joins them. So this is part of the reason why I'm not calling out Bournemouth as a possible danger this week, but rather in danger this week. Now, looking at the picks for midfield, this is where all the goal machines are. Douglas Luiz and Diaby from Villa. Looking at Gross at Brighton, who's been doing really well week after week. Richarlison is from Tottenham. Didn't have a good week last week, but has been in good form. Son is back, so Asian Cup is over, and now he's back and ready to start scoring. Bowen, Ward-Prowse, and Kudus from West Ham. Really dangerous trio there. Salah's back. AFCON's over. The injury's done. He's back in training. Doesn't look like he's doubtful. He might not play all 90 minutes, but chances are, with the title race being so tight, Liverpool is not going to take a chance. You've still got Luis Diaz and Jota as possible backups. For City, it's got to be Foden and De Bruyne in the centre. That's where your points are hiding. If you look at midfield, Garnacho for Manchester United has been a bit of a live wire, so worth calling him out. And then Martinelli and Saka for Arsenal. But again, remembering that the double game week here, you look into the Liverpool Man City players. Those are your 5 players. Not the cheapest bunch, but definitely worth it if they start scoring. Now, looking at the forwards, again, not many surprises, but a lot of injuries coming up. Gavi Jesus is out as well, and Wolves lose Cunha, who has been on excellent form. Now, in terms of picks, you've got good fixtures and double game weeks there for Alvarez and for Nunez and Haaland. But then you've also got Watkins, who's got a good run of 3 weeks and 3 good matches. Hoyland, who's absolutely on fire at this moment in time. And then Ferguson, who might come in because João Pedro is injured. And Ferguson, you remember, scored a stunning hat-trick towards the beginning of the season, so maybe well worth a punt. Now, looking at the strategies here for triple captains this week, many players are tempted so far, at least confirmed by Fantasy Premier League. Around 770,000 managers have decided to play the triple captain. My own advice is not to play this early in the season. There are more double game weeks coming up, with the FA Cup and Carabao Cup both coming to a head now, and bigger teams still being involved. Chances are these game weeks are going to get doubled up a little bit later on, and you might have more favorable fixtures for someone like Haaland or Salah to get up at triple captain. Essentially, it's up to you, but that's just the advice. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry that it's late, but time to still make changes, and we'll come back with all the updates after the game week, and good luck to everyone. For now, that's it.